Shock grenades are still somehow a problem in Eternal War. Sheesh, man. Who could have saw this one coming? Now, we all know we are getting a new mode in patch 10, and it is going to be a PvP mode. So, kind of wanted to touch base back with the PvP community to see how shock grenades are performing. Now, back in the day, almost a year ago when I played a lot of PvP, yes, shock grenades were very frustrating to deal with. Now, I think a lot of people have been freaking out about the assault class in PvP, so shock grenades kind of went under the radar a little bit, but we do have a post here to remind us that when the new mode comes out, we're gonna have a lot of fun dealing with shock grenades. After torturing myself in Eternal War to complete the last few ordeal points to get all of the rewards, I can confidently say that besides the horrible matchmaking and the servers being so bad that I can verbally count the time between when my shots hit the target and then the target taking damage. Now, dude, I do agree, ping for PvP definitely needs some sort of update. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't played PvP in a bit, so maybe ping's a little bit better. Also, by the way, I did play some PvP actually on console a couple months ago, and I noticed that for whatever reason, ping is just a lot easier to manage on console. In PvP, there is no crossplay. There's no PC to PS5, Xbox crossplay. So I'm genuinely not surprised that ping on PC probably has some issues because you're probably matching up with somebody across the world from you, something like that, right? The shock grenades make me never want to play the game mode again, though I probably will try to get to level 45 because I hate myself. Dude, the PvP grind in general, also very, very tough to deal with. Dude, you need like 20 games or something to level up, and they even adjusted that. It's insane. The PvP grind is probably one of the most out of touch things in this game, to be completely honest. You seriously need a lot of PvP to get up to 45. And not to mention, in PvP, yes, they did loosen the weapon restrictions. However, you need to get to like level 30 or something before you can start using them, which I also think is a pretty big mistake, to be completely honest. Who thought making a grenade that blinds you, slows you, and damages a pretty decent-sized area over a period of time was balanced? I'm not even sure where they got the blind mechanic from, because as far as I know, it doesn't do that in operations. Well, I mean, because nobody's throwing shock grenades at you in operations, not too sure. Oh yeah, like blinding like actually, that's a fair point, like blinding like a sniper or something. Dude, that's actually kind of a cool idea, but... But unfortunately, it does not work that way. So the shock grenades in PvP, how would I nerf them? 100%, it's really just the blinding mechanic. Is way too crazy. I mean, dude, honestly, just like a flash would be enough. But it is a genuine blind effect with the shock grenades, and it literally takes like 3 seconds for you to start to see again. That is the most frustrating thing about the shock grenades, because if you get hit and then you get hit again with a shock grenade, which is possible because tactical can carry 2 shock grenades, you could potentially not see a thing for that entire encounter. Like if you jump on point and then you get hit with a shock grenade and then get hit with a shock grenade again, you probably didn't see how you died, and yeah, you definitely died. But yeah, you couldn't even defend yourself because you can't see anything for 6 seconds. That is insane. That is way too long for PvP. Now for me, I think the shock effect, like the slowing effect and everything, that's fine. But the blinding effects need to go down to a flash. Literally, a half a second of a white blinding effect. That's all you need, honestly, to make sure that the shock grenade works, because even a half a second of missing information is enough to take advantage of somebody, 100%. So there's really no necessary reason for the blinding effect on the flash grenades to genuinely try to blind the player playing the game. Like, dude, shock grenades are so powerful, they actually transcend the game. So they're technically outer-versal shock grenades because you playing the game will literally be blinded by playing this. Okay, no, that's a joke. That is a joke. You won't literally be blinded. I do not want to get in trouble lying about PvP mechanics. But yeah, seriously though, it's frustrating to deal with. It's tedious and definitely not fun. Not to mention, you do have a class in the game that can throw 2 grenades. being the tactical. The tactical in PvP is very powerful in that sense. I don't think they need to nerf anything about the shock grenades besides the blinding effect. Okay, so let's go in the comments to see how people feel about this one, because, yeah, I mean, potentially the Hell Brute mode can be... It can be pretty frustrating to play if shock grenades are just getting thrown at everybody in the game at all moments and nobody knows where to go. The combo of flashbang, damage over time, and wide area of effect makes them the most popular grenade type in Total War. The grenades need rebalancing. Okay, so I disagree with all the grenades need rebalancing. I disagree with that. I simply think that it's 100% an issue with the blinding effect of the shock grenades. That is honestly the largest issue with the grenades in PvP. Everything else is fine. Everything else, even the meltas being dropped from the assault class jumping up in the air. When the assault class jumps up in the air, I'm pretty sure there's a sound cue for that, so you definitely should keep track of that. However, I do understand where meltas falling from the ground, or sorry, meltas falling from the sky. I can understand where that can be pretty hard to deal with, but ultimately they only get one melta, and I mean, sure, the assault class is super strong in PvP, but I feel like the melta strategy is still kind of hard to pull off. But I mean, fair, maybe meltas need rebalancing in the PvP mode, but I don't know. I think ultimately the melta strategy with the assault class, you can play around it, but it's still difficult. But it's probably a lot harder to play around being blinded for 3 seconds from a grenade and then being blinded for 3 seconds again from that same grenade. So I still think the tactical has the strongest grenade setup, and I simply think to fix grenade balancing in PvP, you just need to nerf the blinding effect of the shock grenades. That is it. Especially as most firefights start with everyone lobbing their grenades in. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's the same way that it's been for every team-based shooter game. It's always like that. Dude, have you ever heard the term random grenades? It's probably from Halo. Pretty sure it's from Halo. But yeah, in Halo, when you can spawn, you can literally just throw grenades, and sometimes you hit people, sometimes you don't. It's pretty funny. But yes, that's random grenades has always been a thing. If you're a bulwark, you might go from flashbang to flashbang. Yeah, see, that's the actual issue. The only thing to do with blinded is to shoulder roll away, because you're still taking damage over time. I mean, yeah, honestly, that is the only thing you can do. Heavy can mitigate it with the Iron Halo if they have it. I mean, I guess, but still, you're going to be focused, and that Heavy Shield should go down pretty fast if you're getting focused. But yeah, I guess, again, that all depends if the enemy team's playing together or not. I think besides the fact that the grenade is just blatantly OP as it is, the flashbang lasts stupidly too long. Yep. Everyone who ever seen the shock grenade in PvP knows that the blinding effect is 100% the issue with that grenade. Even if it didn't also slow you and damage you, you got close to 5 seconds of blindness. Oh, is it longer than 3? I thought it was 3 seconds. And then, yeah, you can also, regardless, you can also get hit by another shock grenade. In a game with a pretty low time to kill, if you get hit by a stun grenade, blind, you are pretty much dead if you don't have half of your team backing you up. Yeah, this is another good reason why teamwork in PvP, very important. But also, they should be separate grenades, one that flashbangs you and one that nukes your movement speed and damages you. Or just no flashbang at all. I prefer that option, to be honest. Well, they're definitely not going to add another grenade. Yeah, they should 100% nerf the flashbang. And yeah, the movement and damage is fine. Honestly, that's shock grenade stuff. And not to mention, I think that's the best part about the shock grenade also. I mean, obviously the flashbang is strong, but it's mostly because it's overtuned. The movement speed is perfect against heavy players, as perfect against bulwark players, because, you know, they're gonna have a harder time moving out of it. It's like you basically give them extra steps to get into the fight. And heavy and bulwark, definitely two very strong PvP classes. So the shock grenades actually have a useful mechanic for PvP. It's just a blinding effect, I think, just makes it a little bit overtuned, and I can imagine when the new mode comes out, people are going to be pretty annoyed by shock grenades, so hopefully the devs do something about it. I'm pretty sure people have been asking for shock grenades nerfs for a while now, so definitely just wanted to revisit this because, again, patch 10 we're definitely getting a new PvP mode, so it's going to be pretty important to touch base with the players and the community to see how they feel about shock grenades. And of course, they feel the same way because PvP has not been meaningfully adjusted as far as balance goes since the launch. So yeah, all the problem stuff that we've been talking about with PvP still in the game. So hopefully the devs had a sticky note. Remember, shock grenades, OP in PvP. Nerf them. That would be nice. This is legitimately the only nerf in the game that feels like it should happen. Like, it's the only rightful nerf in the game right now, is to nerf the blinding effects for shock grenades in PvP. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this one. I'm super excited for the new Hell Brute mode. I know some people are kind of scoffing at the fact that the new mode is PvP, but we haven't had anything for PvP, so I'm very excited for this one. But yeah, I really hope the devs nerf shock grenades for it so everyone can have more fun in the new mode. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this, and thanks for watching.